Welcome everyone to my video about how to join our class sessions. So I'm starting out in our course Moodle site. So to get here, just go to learn.illinois.edu and click on our class section. So I'm at the bottom of the intro part of our Moodle page, and I'm just going to click on this link down here at the bottom of the intro. So it's right above the week and at the bottom of the intro section. So even though this is an online class, we will be meeting Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays in a virtual classroom. And to get there, you just click on this link down here, and you will always click on the exact same one, so it won't be a different link. It's the same link, and this link is open for the duration of the course. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, now you're going to have two options here because Blackboard Collaborate, which is the application we're using, has an error for some people. Now, if you can, I would prefer that you click on the Join Session button. And if it works correctly, it should import your picture and your name. And so if it does that and your picture shows up and your name shows up, then you're fine. You can just click Join Session. However, if you click this button and you get into our virtual classroom and there's no picture and your name is replaced with a number, then you've encountered an error. So instead, you should back out and click this button, this link at the bottom instead. And what that will do is take you to the same room, but it'll just allow you to input your name manually. That way, when you're in the room, I can tell who's participating and recognize that, and your classmates will know who's talking. Okay, so I'm going to click on Join Session. So either way, whichever button you click, if you click Join Session or this link, it'll take you through all of the same steps, except this link will cue you to type in your name. So I'm going to click Join Session, and this is what it'll look like regardless of which one you click. It's your loading page. And then both of them will ask you to decide how you want to join, and I'm going to click Join from a browser. I am using Chrome. Okay, and there's my name. So now I know that my information is being imported into the classroom. If this is a number instead, then you know you are the victim of an error, and you should hit Close and go back here and click this link instead. Okay. Firefox and Explorer should also work fine. And now I'm in the room. So this is our virtual classroom, and this is what's called the main room. And as you can see, I'm the only person in here. All right, so there are three basic panels that I'm going to show you how to use. And I'm going to have a few things that you don't have because I'm the moderator. So I'm going to get things set up. So every time we start class, I will have to set this up. And hopefully I'll do it before everybody gets here. So this program allows us to do some really interesting things. All right, so I'm going to turn on share audio, share video, post chat messages, and draw on whiteboard and share files. So once I do this, everyone should be able to share audio, so talk to everyone in the room, share their video, show us a video stream. You should be able to post chat messages, and you should be able to draw on our whiteboard and share files. Okay, so once that's set up, then our virtual classroom is ready to go. So I'm going to start with this basic status tool down here. So if your information was imported from Moodle, then your picture should appear here, and you can click on that, and your name should be listed here. If you had to input your name manually, your picture won't be down here, but whatever you input as your name will be up here. Okay, so these are just some functional tools for you. You can indicate that you're away from your keyboard, and that's why you're not responding. Hit I'm back when you're ready. If you want to leave the session, you can click this button, Leave Session, or just close the tab. That's fine. If I ask a question such as, how do you feel about this assignment? You can click I'm confused or I'm happy, and that'll give me an idea of how people feel about an assignment. Other feedback responses is you can agree or disagree with a question. If you need me to go faster and I'm just going too slow, you can click the faster button. If I'm going too fast, you want me to slow down, you can click the slower button. Please slow down. And then If you want to get rid of your feedback responses, just hit clear. Okay, so that's the first panel. I'm going to go over to our right panel now. So this is the collaborate panel. Click on that. Okay, so everyone should have this button here to set up your camera and microphone. So if you try to turn on your microphone or share audio here or share the video and it just isn't working, you'll need to come over here to the side panel and set up your camera and microphone. And you need to make sure that your computer's settings are set up so that it will allow the application to use your camera and microphone. But I would just start with this. So you click on this button to set up your camera and microphone and it'll take you through some tests. Okay, so you can see clearly that it is picking up my voice. The purple bar is going up and down, showing you when I'm talking really loud or kind of quietly and it can't hear me very well. So you can test this out, and if it looks good, you can say, yes, it's working. If this bar is not going up and down, then you need to change this to an appropriate setting, or maybe you don't have an audio receiver set up. So once it's working, you'll click yes, it's working, and then it'll take you to the next page, which will take you through setting up your camera. And so if you have a camera set up on your computer, it'll show a video of you here, and as long as that shows up, you will again click yes, it's working, and then it'll close. So I'm just going to close that now. And then once you have that set up, you should be able to come over here and click this button and we'll be able to hear you talking, or click this button and we'll be able to see you. So some people don't feel comfortable having their video on, and that's fine. You don't have to have these on at all times, but you should definitely on day one get these set up so when you need to talk, you can. Okay. The other button down here I want to show you is the raise hand button, and so that's just I might ask you, okay, everybody raise your hand if you can hear me, and that way it'll allow me to see who can hear me and who can't. Or if you have a question or if you're having trouble, you can raise your hand and I can talk to you about whatever you need. And then just click it again to get your hand unraised. Okay, so that is audio and video. Over here on the right panel again, this is where you have your chat function. So you can chat to everyone. And so you'll just type whatever message you want. And it'll appear in this panel over here. So during a session, all of the chat messages will stay over here. Once everybody leaves, they'll disappear. You also have your emoticons, just like a normal chat application. You can also send messages to specific people once there are other people in the room. You can search for someone if there's too many, and then this will show you who's in the room. Right now it's just me. Okay. The other function over here I want to show you is the share content button. So let's say you want to share a Word document file or a PowerPoint. You can click share content, and this is the button you'll probably be able to see. You probably won't be able to see these others. And so you'll click share files and navigate to the file you want to share, and it will share it with everybody. Okay, so those are the basic functions you'll be able to use over here. The next thing I want to show you is the whiteboard. So if you're in the main room, which is where we are now, I have to give you permission to draw on, I have to actually set up the whiteboard. So I'm going to click on that now. So once I do that, this reminds me a lot of the Paint application. So it allows you to draw like this, and it smooths things out a little bit. Okay, you can put in very basic shapes, just like you can with Word or Paint. So for example, our first assignment requires that we create a workflow diagram. And so if we're in class, we can kind of experiment with what we would want that to look like. And so we can talk about, oh, well, what would I put in here, and so forth, so on and so forth. So I want to try to select that, see if, yeah, it lets me move it. Okay, great. So you've got a text box where you can write stuff. And then if you want to show us where you're looking, you have your pointer and everyone will be able to see where you're pointing. It's like, what is that? Why is that there? And then if you want to erase the entire board, you can't erase specific things. You can only clear the entire thing. Okay? So that's a lot like the paint application, and so you'll be able to use this if I give you permission in the main room. However, if I put you in what's called breakout groups, which is basically like I can create different chat rooms and put you in those chat rooms so that you can do group work, anyone in a breakout room will be able to use the whiteboard at all time. So that'll allow you to do group work on the whiteboard. Okay, so there's that. And then the last menu is over here in the top left-hand corner. This is very basic stuff. So there's the start recording. So if you want to record the session, you can. I would recommend that you let people know beforehand so that they are aware that someone is recording them. And it gives them an opportunity to say that no, they don't want to be recorded. I will never record the session without warning people and making sure that everybody's okay with it. If your computer doesn't have good audio, this button should lead you through setting up using your phone for audio. You can report an issue. And this is a basic kind of intro you might use when you first come in. You click on it and you can learn more about private chat, so sending a message to a classmate that you don't want everybody else to see. And this is just a basic introduction to Collaborate, and it'll take you through our three menus. So this menu and what it's for, and I'm ready to move on. It'll come over here, talk about the chat function and the attendees over here, and then go over here to talk about audio and video. Very, very basic. And then there is a Blackboard Collaborate help, which has a few more answers and introductions. If you want to try to do something, you can read that, and then just the privacy policy. All right, so that is everything. So Blackboard Collaborate, which is our virtual classroom, is basically like a combination of Google Hangouts where you can have audio, video conferencing, having a chat function, like a chat room, and having like a paint app going that people can collaborate on. And it also allows you to share files like in Google Drive. Okay, so that is our classroom. I'm ready to leave now, so I'm going to just hit X up here, and then I'm done. I'm no longer in the virtual classroom. So that is the introduction to Blackboard Collaborate and how we will meet as a class electronically. I hope this video was helpful, and if you need more help, I hope you'll check out my other videos or send me an email. Thank you.